Hey everyone, it's Thea here, just here to spill some more tea for you guys. And this time it's about Scheana Shay's podcast with Lala Kent. And I just want to say that I found this podcast super insightful and it was filled with details. And I feel like it was a shame that Scheana could not talk about this entire situation since it happened because Raquel put this nasty restraining order on Scheana for what I believe something that Raquel deserved. I think she deserved to be punched in the face. Whether Scheana did or not is debatable because only those two know the answer to that question. And I feel like she shouldn't have done that to her. It was a horrific thing to do. And Scheana was talking about how she was finding it so difficult to be present with her child, knowing that she has this basically a restraining order, which is she had to go to a court for. So it's kind of like a criminal thing. And she was so worried and she was trying not to break down in front of her child. And I feel like this is so unfair to do to someone who is a mother, who is a working mother. And I feel like it was just wrong. Now, with that said and done, I feel that Scheana probably did punch her, and I think that is okay. That is okay, because this is what you get if you mess around with someone's, partner, and you are with their best friend. The best friend's going to punch you in the face, and that is okay, and that is normal. This podcast episode that Scheana released definitely shook me to my core. I felt like I was going through the emotions with both Lala and Scheana, and I was having this out-of-body experience. I felt like I was there, and I was as violated as Scheana and Lala have been. They are basically mourning the loss of a person in their life. It's like a death, ultimately, because this person that they thought that they knew, Raquel, was a totally different person. Rachel, a different personality from what she displayed to the world, and it is mind-blowing to them to come to this realization. And I have the utmost sympathy for them, and especially Ariana, who is dealing with so much more added on top of this. So I want to just talk about the grossest part of this entire situation. I definitely think this is the nastiest part, and it is that Scheana was letting Raquel stay rent-free at her apartment until she got situated and found her own place and could afford her own place and, move out and move on. And Scheana found out from Raquel that Raquel actually had sex with a random guy in Scheana's bed, the bed that she shares with her husband and with her daughter, her little daughter, toddler, a baby. She had sex in that bed. And Scheana said that she felt like she was obligated, or Raquel wanted her to be happy for her because she had sex with a random guy in her bed, and this was meant to be great because this is the first guy she had sex with after James Kennedy. I mean, I would not have the balls to say that to Scheana if I went and did something so heinous and gross like that. Had sex with some random guy in Scheana's bed. But that's not where it ends. Scheana also had to tell her, because this girl obviously knows nothing about the real world because she was probably pampered her entire life and coddled, and her parents did everything for her. Scheana had to tell her, can you wash the sheets? You have to wash the sheets because I sleep there with my baby and my husband. And this girl, I think she was sleeping on the pull-out couch, the pull-out sofa in Scheana's home, in Scheana's apartment in Marina Del Rey. And why couldn't she have done it there? I just don't get it. Why couldn't she have just banged this guy there? But wait a minute, it gets worse. She actually had the nerve to tell Scheana, and she had the nerve to do this, let alone tell Scheana, that she had sex everywhere on different surfaces, the kitchen, counter, and other places in Scheana's apartment. All out over the home, her home. It was I just can't even like speak properly or function, like thinking about this, that she just had sex with a random all over someone else's home who has a baby. You know, babies put things in their mouth, touch surfaces and put things in their mouth, and I'm sure this filthy, nasty woman did not clean up after herself. If Scheana had to tell her to wash the bed sheets, I'm sure she didn't clean any of those surfaces that she had sex all over. I am so disgusted. And also, Lala said that she kind of clocked on to the fact that these two might be having an affair, Raquel and Sandoval, because she noticed them, you know, hanging out together a lot and noticed them in certain situations. And she was just kind of like, her spidey senses were tingling. And she kind of just like felt like something was going on. And she expressed this to Scheana one day when they were in the hot tub together. And they were just like chilling. She said this, and Scheana just thought about it and said that if this is true, then I could never be friends with either of them. I'd have to cut them out of my life. They also talked about the fact that they know from several different sources that Raquel is not at all sorry for any of the things that she's done. Like, she has no sense of like remorse, no sense of like, I've done something bad and I need to like face the consequences. And she has no like moral compass basically inside her body. And it's scary to them. It's scary to me. It's scary to think that there's people like this, like sociopaths, or I feel like this is not even sociopathic activity. I feel like it's psychopathic activity, because psychopaths really don't care. They just put on a facade, acting like they care about others. In the last reunion, Raquel said that she was going off to pursue a career or like get her master's in, you know, social care or whatever she did. And Andy was like, wow, that's great for you that you're going to go look after, you know, kids with special needs. And she was talking about all that, and that's what she was passionate about. So we see that that was all a lie. And her real goal was to stay on the show and to get on the show any way she could by basically having an affair with Sandoval, and also to snatch Sandoval away from Ariana. So their entire friendship was basically a lie. If you have not listened to the podcast that Scheana recently posted with Lala Kent, I definitely think you should go listen to that. It is very insightful. I have not even said everything that I've heard on this podcast. I feel like you should go listen to it. There's so many little tidbits of information that are like little gems that we did not know about previously that we know about now. And I think that you guys should listen to it. And then come back here and comment and let me know what you think of the entire situation, the entire podcast episode, and what Scheana and Lala had to say. If you guys have any other video ideas for me, I would love to hear them in the comments below. And you can also follow me on TikTok and on Instagram too, at TheaSlifey. Everything I said in this video is alleged, and also everything I have said is my own opinion. I'd love it if you guys could share this video, like this video, comment below, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I'm going to be back with lots more content for you, short form content and long videos too.